Sami Zayn was spitting so much truth on this episode of SmackDown. I think this man is a genius. He definitely has a great wrestling mind, and I wish he made wrestling content. So much truth.
I'll whoop your ass, you.
Welcome everybody to your favorite SmackDown show of the week, Greatness of SmackDown. I believe SmackDown delivered again, like always, but I'm trying to make the best out of everything, you know. Raw gives me sleep therapy. You know, that's not bad, and SmackDown actually entertains me. What I appreciate about the show is that it's a story show, and for someone who appreciates wrestling stories more than actual wrestling, I actually really like it. Now, I wouldn't say that it doesn't have great wrestling matches, because it definitely has, but the main focus of the show is to give people a great story, and everything we get with Roman Reigns is exactly that. I honestly loved the idea of Paul Heyman versus Adam Pearce. Are you out of your mind? Sometimes people don't get the point. Like I've said, it's all about stories, and that's what I wanted to see Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. Sure, I understand, I'm not an idiot. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns is a better match, I understand that, but in my opinion, Reigns versus Adam Pearce had more entertainment value. That's it. The show kicks off with the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns wants to talk about last week and how the card is subject to change. He says it was a clever move, but he also says that way of thinking is beneath him, and it's what losers do. He says he could have done the same thing, you know, because his back hurts from carrying WWE all these years. You saw Pearce interrupting, and he says all of this is out of control. Roman Reigns calls Adam Pearce Owens' bitch, and if he's Owens' bitch, he must be Roman Reigns' bitch. Honestly, dude, I'm still fascinated. This is the same guy who said suffering succotash and winked. Roman Reigns says no wonder Pearce never made it to the WWE. That must hurt. I mean, Paul Heyman was laughing, and Adam Pearce says, look, Roman, I can take it from you, but I'm not gonna take it from Paul freaking Heyman. And they obviously accuse Adam Pearce of disrespecting Roman Reigns' family, and they're basically manipulating him into something, and Paul Heyman says, I'm gonna whip your ass. Yes, Paul Heyman wants to whip Adam Pearce's arse. And Adam Pearce basically says, deal, it's official. So dude, we are actually getting Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman on SmackDown, in the main event of SmackDown, and I was so excited because holy shit, this is different. So like I've said already, I really love this because it got me excited. You know, what's gonna happen? I obviously knew we're not gonna get Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman. We're not gonna get a 5-star match. But for the sake of a story, I knew it's gonna be something special. I also appreciate how obvious it is that Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns are having so much fun together. Like, you can tell how much invested Paul Heyman is, and I don't know, you know, backstage details, but I really hope that most of these promos are actually written by Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. I really hope so, because it kind of seems like it is, you know, because it really sounds like something Paul Heyman would do. Every promo is entertaining, different. I absolutely love this shit. Then Sami Zayn handcuffs himself to the barricade because he's protesting against the WWE. He actually stood there almost till the end of the show, and he had some funny signs. I keep saying this man is entertainment gold. Then we saw Asuka and Charlotte Flair versus the Riot Squad. What I find weird about Asuka and Charlotte Flair is that they won the tag team championships, they are in a tag team, and they are in tag team matches sometimes on SmackDown, I guess, but on Raw, they barely acknowledge the fact that they are in a tag team. Like, Charlotte is in this stupid love triangle with her father. Yeah, yummy. And Asuka is doing basically nothing. So I don't get it. I'm not excited. So this was probably the lowest point of the show. But Asuka and Charlotte Flair won the match. We also saw Daniel Bryan talking about the Royal Rumble match, basically saying that anything can happen, it's entertaining, it's awesome, I never won one, and this year I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble match. He got interrupted by Cesaro. Cesaro says he's gonna win the Royal Rumble match. Daniel Bryan wants a match against Cesaro, but Cesaro basically says anyone but you. It's an open challenge, and for a very weird reason, for whatever reason, we got Dolph Ziggler. I was really kinda shocked, you know. Cesaro is a heel, Ziggler is a heel. We got Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler. This looks like 2014. I'm all for it. It was a great match, you know. It was awesome. Ziggler is a great wrestler. Cesaro is a great wrestler. We all know that. But it was obvious why it was Dolph Ziggler once you actually realize it. Because, you know, Ziggler is not winning anyway, but he's still kinda legit, somewhat. So Cesaro is lately winning all these matches against Bryan, now Ziggler, so they are basically building Cesaro, building Nakamura, so maybe they're actually teasing some victories for the Royal Rumble match, which obviously are not gonna happen. It's gonna be Daniel Bryan or Goldberg or Lesnar, I don't know. But whatever the case may be, I'm all for Cesaro winning matches, although I'm not really happy about Ziggler losing all the time, especially since he's a champion, right? He's a tag team champion. Anyway, so Cesaro wins the match, obviously, and that was fun. That was really fun. We saw Sasha Banks versus Reginald. Now, again, many people will hate it, but it's a TV show. It's entertainment. And I love this kind of crap. I wouldn't want to see it every week, but it was different and I actually like it. Reginald is a weird ass motherfucker, you know? He was flipping all over the place. And I actually liked it. But he lost the match. Sasha Banks wins against Reginald. Paul Heyman thinks that it was all a part of a plan, but Roman Reigns says, well, you challenge him to a match. It's all on you. And Heyman is pretty scared. But it actually was all just a plan. Anyway, then we got Big E versus Apollo Crews for the second time Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn was actually handcuffed for this match. You know, that was the whole point because he wants his Intercontinental Championship back. During the match, Sami Zayn interferes and attacks both Apollo Crews and Big E. He wants his championship back. Whatever, man. Hopefully we're gonna get a triple threat match at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I'm all for it. We got a pretty decent promo about Kevin Owens, basically talking about his grandparents, you know, how they never gave up. Since they never gave up, he couldn't give up as well. This was actually pretty awesome. Unfortunately, Kevin Owens doesn't have that legit factor right now when it comes to Reigns versus Kevin Owens match. I don't think there is a chance he could win, so that kinda sucks. But this promo got me a bit more excited, if I'm being honest. That was actually very good. Sonya Deville shuts down the Street Profits rematch request, and it seems like she's also kind of a general manager right now. Maybe I got it wrong, I'm not sure. But I kinda dig it, if I'm being honest. I kinda do, so at this point, just bring back general managers. What's the point? So we saw this obstacle course challenge, and, you know, it was goofy. Bayley was overdoing it, obviously. Like, at this point, I could do it better, you know? That sucked. I know she's a heel, but this just made her look kinda stupid. And then Bianca showed impressive skills, and obviously she won, and Bayley attacked her. I don't know, man. I don't know. All I'm gonna say, I hope Bianca is winning Royal Rumble match. I really hope so. We saw Dominic Mysterio versus King Corbin, which was pretty okay, I guess. But Baron Corbin won the match. The thing about Baron Corbin, again, it always seems like they're trying to do something with the guy, but he never actually... I don't know how to explain this. Like, he's been in WWE for years now, and I don't really remember anything that entertaining with the guy. That's kinda weird. And of course, in the main event, we got Adam Pearce versus Paul Heyman. And I actually really liked what Paul Heyman did right here. He pulled the same trick that Adam Pearce pulled last week. I'm hurt. I'm really hurt, so card subject to change. We got Roman Reigns. It's Reigns versus Pearce. We see Roman Reigns whooping Adam Pearce's ass all over the place, so at least we got that. I mean, you know, I wanted that match. I kinda got it. So we see Roman Reigns beating Adam Pearce until we got Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens whooped Roman Reigns' ass all over the place. We got a few stunners, and it's actually very rare we see Roman Reigns being beaten up on SmackDown, so that was something special. And that's how the show ends, with Kevin Owens standing tall. A pretty good episode of SmackDown. I really like the storytelling, you know, even though I was never really that into Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, they still make me care a bit, you know, because at the end of the day, the promos are great. Adam Pearce being in the story is also very awesome, so awesome stuff on SmackDown. I like this show, and if I'm being honest, if I wouldn't be making YouTube videos at this point, I would only be watching SmackDown. Just me being completely honest with you guys. Raw is kind of a waste of time, I'm sorry. Thank you for watching this video, the great one, peace, love and hugs. It's been a pleasure.